Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Sweetgrass Tarot. I'm so excited to bring you this reading. Today we are going to be diving into what do your spirit guides want you to know right now. Instead of like pick a pile, pick a lighter, pick a crystal, pick a whatever, today it's going to be pick a deck reading. We're going to go straight into tarot, so a little bit different than I normally do because I normally pull oracle to start. So yeah, we're gonna get a spread to see what they'd like you to know, and then from there we'll pick oracle cards to get more advice from spirit and that kind of thing. So I haven't picked what oracle cards we're gonna do at the end yet because it'll all be dependent on your reading. I'm excited to see what comes out. This reading just came to me that it needs to get done for the collective. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to your piles. Pile 1 is the Modern Witches Tarot deck, and we have this Ace of Spades here to help you delineate which pile is what when you're clicking for the timestamps. Pile 2 here is going to be this lovely Lightseers Tarot deck, and pile 3 we have the Golden Girls Tarot. And just if you want to see a little bit of the decks inside, if you've never seen them before, just so you know, it might help you pick your pile if that's like your vibe. So this is kind of what the Modern Witches Tarot is looking like in there. I love this deck. This is kind of the vibe of the Lightseers Tarot. Also love this deck. And the lovely Golden Girls Tarot. I love this deck as well. I love all of my decks, if we're being completely honest. So, okay, I want you to take a moment to pause and give yourself a chance to focus on which of these piles is calling out to you, which pile your spirit guides are coming full force in for you to get your message. And the timestamps will be down below in the description box, as well as any other information you might need. However, before you jump to your piles, if you're still here, I just want to remind you that we are doing a giveaway on this channel. There is a video about it on my channel as well. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I will be giving away a free reading to one of my beautiful, beautiful subscribers. My shop is down below as well if you'd like to check that out. It is a personal reading that you will be getting. It's about 45 minutes long. So, you know, all you have to do is subscribe to let me know. I just want to remind you that if your subscriptions are private, I won't be able to see that you're one of my subscribers. So if you don't want to make your subscriptions public, just comment down below and say like, hey, I'm here, I've subscribed, my subscriptions are just private, so I could write you down on the list so I could keep track of who else is a part of it, so you could still have a fair shot of winning. Alright guys, I love you very, very much, and I will see you in your pile. Alright, bye. Hello pile 1. You picked the Modern Witches Tarot here, so we are going to dive into what it is that your spiritual team, your spiritual guides, the ones who got your best interest in mind, what they would like you to know. Let's see here, let's just clean some of the energy. I'm really excited, my guides are excited. Ooh, let's see. How are you doing today, pile 1? Let me know down below. I hope you're doing very, very well. And if you're not, I hope you are doing well by the end of the day. Alright, let's just take a moment to, I want to thank you for being here with me today. I want to thank your guides for coming through to give us a message in a moment. I'd like to thank my guides for being here with me every single day of every single second of every single day, but for being here with me to help me channel this reading for you so we can find out what your team wants you to know. I felt it in full force. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Ooh, we got 2 cards come out so far. We got the Empress and Strength. Let's see, what else does your spiritual team want you to know right now? Queen of Wands. All right, let's see. What does pile 1 spiritual team want them to know? Okay, that's not the first card that came out. We've got the Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Sun. Ooh, King of Wands, right under the Queen of Wands. Okay. Is this one trying to come out? Okay. These want to come out together. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles under the Nine of Wands. Okay. You want to pull anything else? Okay, Four of Wands, King of Cups, Judgment, and I don't know what that is yet. Six of Pentacles. All right. What did I say? Four of Wands, King of Cups, the Judgment card, and then Six of Pentacles. And we're going to give one last shot to see if any lingering cards want to come out, or at least to pull that, oh, lingering Justice want to come out, or anything else. Any other lingering cards feel the need to come out? Okay, not all of you guys. All right. That feels like it is it. Okay, and we have the Queen of Cups as the bottom of the deck energy. Okay. So that's the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. And then we've got Justice over here. All right. Okay, let's see here. The first thing that is coming through is that they want you to know that you hold the power in your life. They want you to remember that always, that you are kind of like, the way that's coming through is you're this boss babe. Like, you are a boss babe, so stop stressing. You are. I'm just hearing, I think it was, oh god, and I'm getting it specifically, like, it's not a song from this, but I'm hearing it from, like, the Little Rascals that came out in the 90s. I think it was Alfalfa who was singing it. You are so beautiful to me. He sang it all, really tone deaf, but that just is coming out. Like, you are, but it's not like your looks, like, there's, like, this radiating beauty that's coming out of you. And I'm hearing and seeing too, but I'm hearing with beauty, like, you are so beautiful, but they want you to remind you that pretty is as pretty does, in a sense. Like, I'm very specifically thinking of when I went to college, my niece was 2.5, and when I came home for my first break from college, I saw her and she kept saying, "I'm cute, I'm cute," and I'm like, okay, that's fine that you think you're cute, because you are, but we're all cute, and at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter what you look like, it matters who you are. Pretty is as pretty does. That's something that my great-grandmother stood firmly by. She was in my life until I was like a whole human person. She was in my life till I was about 14, but because she kind of fully lost her mind, but she didn't pass away till I was 19. She actually met my niece, so she got to meet her great-great-granddaughter like 2 weeks after the baby was born, before she passed away. But so I remember telling this to my niece, where I'm like, you know, it is fine to, and it is amazing that you recognize that you are a cute child, that you have physical features that work well together, but that's not what matters. You are a smart child, you are a beautiful child inside, you are intelligent, you are compassionate, you are loving, you are just an amazing little girl, and you happen to be adorable. So that's your beauty, you know, you are beautiful for numerous reasons, because you are just you're kind, you're loving, you're intelligent, you're amazing. And it's funny because this little girl on the Sun card kind of reminds me of my niece. She looks nothing like my niece in the slightest. but just the joy radiating off of her gives me my niece vibes. So with this Empress and strength, that's what I'm feeling like your spiritual team really wants you to remember going into every situation in your life, that you are this Empress. You've got this strength. You are sitting on your throne of power. You've got this wealth of everything within you. You are just marvelous, and they just want to remind you of that, because you are just, they're in awe of you. Your guides, your spiritual team, I'm feeling like there's a good amount of like ancestral guides, and well, a lot of people there are, but other people not necessarily. But like your ancestors, they're so, you're their baby. They're, you know, but they're like so proud of you. You are the accumulation of them. You've got all of that strength within you, and you know how to handle it. Now, sorry. Sometimes when I'm channeling, I get like gassy. It's gross. Excuse me. They want you to know that you've been dealing with some slight obstacles. You've been dealing with conflict, a little bit of chaos. Yeah, there's chaos and some conflict, but it's passing. You're learning to stand in this power. You're learning how to hold your own strength. You are understanding that even when you come into situations where there's conflict and competition, because that happens, that's life, it's gonna happen. You know, even if you've got the happy slappiest life in the world, at some point you're gonna come across something that's going to hurt, or that you're going to have to fight for, and that you will always be victorious in your life so long as you remember that you are this Empress, you have this strength, you are this queen, you are, you know, you're just kind of, you're amazing. You're like, you're fierce, you're confident, you're feisty. And you can be victorious. You are victorious. With justice having come out last, I'm feeling like you are at a point where you are balancing the scales. I feel like it's mostly been your emotional state where this has been an issue. I feel like you've been able to handle a lot of conflict and competition in different aspects of your life, when it comes to work, when it comes to, you know, like I can't even, the only words that are coming out is smarty pants. Like, I don't know. It's just like, you've really, I'm sorry. It's like I could hear my great grandmother right now. You've figured out, like, you might not, how do they want to put it? You know how to handle yourself in most aspects of your life, even if you're not always where you'd like to be. And this is something that they'd like to acknowledge, that they understand that you feel like you are not in the space that you want to be in all of these situations. But they think that you've got a good handle on it at the stage of your life that you're in, and comparatively to your counterparts, and even what I'm feeling like is some of the other people that are part of your spiritual circle. Like some of the other people that they play guide to, they feel like you've got a handle on a lot of the aspects of your life a lot better. Even if it doesn't always look like it, they want you to know, don't worry about that. The biggest aspect where they're feeling like you might need some more help is your emotional fulfillment. I'm seeing that there is a lot of love that you have to give, and there's a lot of love that you have to receive, and there's a lot of love that people are trying to bring into your world. it seems like there's a little bit of a blockage with it. I'm seeing something about finances. The biggest thing that I'm seeing with finances is that once you start to see a turn in your financial situation, you will find emotional fulfillment. And now that's not to stick or say that money brings you happiness, but I think what they're trying to portray is that you've been so focused on your finances that once you feel like you're at a spot to just like not have to fully focus on that so much more, once you fully pull into a certain level of entrepreneurship that you have within you, no matter what it is that you're doing, whether you are an entrepreneur or you are an employee, you know, there's a certain level of pride of ownership that once you fully stand into this and you start to see a certain change in your financial situation, even if it's just the way you talk on your finances, that you will have time to focus on your emotional fulfillment as well. I'm feeling like they want you to get in touch with them more. There needs to be more contemplation, more meditation, and meditation doesn't have to be like sitting cross-legged, your hands on your lap, eyes closed type of thing. It could just even be, you know, if you're riding the bus to work or school or something, just like taking a moment and just, you know, sitting with yourself and paying attention to your thoughts, your breathing, your actions, what you're going to do next, and trying to stay in a state of calmness. I'm feeling deep breathing exercises, but I'm feeling like they really want you to call on them more. They're here for you, and they have everything that you need. They have the, okay, how does, I would say they have, I wanted to say they have the roadmap, but you know how people say like, oh, life doesn't come with instruction manuals. Well, your ancestors and your spiritual guides and your spiritual team are here to tell you that it did come with instruction manuals, and it's them. They just want you to call on them, and they can be there for you. They can't just come in and interrupt your life. They have to be called upon. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I'm getting here from this, is that you, they're really proud of you is the biggest thing that I want to pull from this, is they've seen a lot of the struggles that you've been through. They see a lot of this fight that you've gone through, and they're really proud of you. You've got a little bit ways to go still, and they want you to call on them more for everything. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. They're not going to get tired of you. They're not here in the 3D realm. Time is relative. Their job is literally to serve you. I mean, they have other jobs too, but one of their most important jobs is to be there for you, is to serve you. Remember, you are them. They are you. It's the same as if like you have like well, sometimes parents can get annoyed, but like if you're a grandparent and your grandbaby is sitting there and they need help tying their shoes, you're not just gonna let them struggle for like 20 minutes tying their shoes. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna teach them how to tie their shoes if they don't know how. Like, that's kind of the same vibe, but like in a different way. You're their baby is what I'm hearing. Like, you are your baby, so just let them take care of you. But you have to ask, and it's not going to be like, you know, you're still going to have to do action. They're not just going to do everything for you, but like, how I'm feeling it is that they want to say, like, before you go to bed at night or whenever you go to bed, just set the intention that, and ask them to please help you in XYZ, whatever it is that you need help with. Or if you don't know what, like, say if you have a list of 100 things that you might need help with and you don't know where to start, you could just ask them, hey, you guys, you know me, you love me, you know me best, you care for me best, can you help make it clear to me what it is that I need to do next on this journey for my fulfillment, because I need help and I would like your help. And just focus on that and be like, yes, I am very glad to be here with you, and can you help me? And then in the morning, ask that question again. In the morning when you're getting up, when you're getting ready, be like, all right, can you remind me of what it is that we're working on today? Can you, yeah, or even if it's like, say like your emotional fulfillment. Like, I don't know if it's because, well, it feels like you might be coming into a connection with a counterpart, or if you're already with somebody, that connection's strengthening in a certain way. But even if it's not on that, even if it's just like you have a hard time accepting your friends loving you, if it's like, you know, you're one of those people where it's like, I have no friends, but you do have friends, and people love you, and you have a hard time seeing it because they might be filling your cup up more than you can handle, but you might not even know that your cup is smaller than you thought. So it feels like you're not getting what you need, but it's not because of the other people. It might be because you can only handle so much. Asking your guides, hey, what is, like, how could I be more open and loving? It's gonna resonate differently for each person, so, you know, it's like, but that's the instructions that they want you to do. They want you to start communing with them more, making them more of a priority. If you spend a lot of time on social media, they want you to cut that back a little bit and spend more time with them. They need to be more of a priority in certain ways. They need to be your social media. Your status updates need to be to them. The updates and progress you need to be getting need to be from them, because you're at a point in your life where you are ready to stand into this hella crazy power. You got the Queen of Cups as your bottom of the deck energy. They want you to, oh, and the Tower underneath, yes, everything's about to change. This foundation that you've been living on is about to change, because you're ready for a new phase. You're ready for an emotional fulfillment, even an emotional fulfillment within yourself. So they want you to stop leaning elsewhere and start leaning on them. They're here, they're there, they're ready. They want you to be with them. They want you to trust and believe, is the words that I'm hearing. Trust and believe in the process. They want you here. They want you to be with them. Like, that's the big thing, is they want you to be with them. So that's the biggest thing that I'm getting from your spiritual team, your spiritual guide from this spread here, is you are strong. You are amazing. You're just a boss. You're like the best. But you need to spend more time with them. All right, let's see. I'm going to start pulling some oracle cards to see what else they want you to know, because they're just like, all right, we're reiterating this message. Let's see what else. It's crazy because I just like lifted this deck in half to put those cards in there, and what was at the bottom? What was there? The Lover's card. So yeah, you might be coming into union with somebody. However, I'm not feeling that they want to really share that message fully, because they don't want you to worry about emotional fulfillment from external sources. Yeah, they want you to lean a lot on them, but they also want you to remind you that they are, in a lot of senses, your internal sources. A lot of your guides, they're running through your DNA. That is you. You are them. You are just an evolved version of them. You are more them than they were themselves. And they want the best for you. You're their everything. They came here for you. Just like one day, you know, a long time from now, you know, there's a good chance you're going to be part of somebody's spiritual team, and you will have been here and gone through all of this for them. Let's see. Alright, we'll grab some of these because that's what called out to me. Alright. What else does Pile One's spiritual team want them to know? They want you to stop something. Let's see, what else does the spiritual one, Pile One spiritual team have for them to know? Abundance. Is this coming? No. My thing is, if ever I could flip it back into the deck, it wasn't meant to come out. If I lose control of it, it was meant to come out. Okay. Nope, but that one flipped this way, so that one's... Okay. This wants to say a sentence. Ooh, okay. Oh, another one just came flying. Okay. If I could pick it up, okay. Okay, how does the sentence go? Your team wants you to stop worrying about all of the obstacles that might be in your way. Here, let's zoom this camera in. They want you to stop worrying about anything that might be an obstacle in your way because they are here for you and they've got your back. You are not alone in this life. You are not alone in this situation. People say we are born in this world and we die alone. And yeah, in the 3D that might be a thing, but we're never alone. We've got our guides. We've got our team with us. And I'm feeling... Okay, I didn't want to talk about that, but how I'm feeling it is very specifically. I'm seeing an example, and it relates to my own life. So, but that's how I channel most of the time. So when I was born, I feel like as terms of people coming into this world alone, I'm someone who really did come into this world alone in a lot of ways. I have an amazing mother who's just the best person in the world. She's the best because she's like a flawed human who has always showed me how to grow and has never been like, I'm perfect. So I think she's amazing, but it was just me and her and this book right above me that I'm looking at when I was born. My dad and her were madly in love with each other, but 6 months into her pregnancy, exactly 6 months to the day, he passed away. And they were married in a hand fasting ceremony, which is as real as it gets to me, but it's not a legal piece of paperwork. And what sucks is he died right before, like the weekend, right before the weekend where they were going to legally get married. So we were really alone. We were alone in that birthing process. My older brother was only like 3.5 years old, and my great-grandmother had come up to stay with us while my mom had me. However, of course, my brother was 3.5, so she spent that time with him. I was born in the state of Vermont, and a lot of people who have been in Vermont, stayed in Vermont, understand that this is a very spiritual place. Even if you are a very closed-off spiritual person, you will still see ghosts walking around Vermont. Like, there's no way to get around it. You just do, and that's the kind of world that I was born into. Both of my parents, very, very spiritual people, very weird people in that sense to the general consensus. It's kind of beautiful for me to now see a world where people are more loving and accepting of this sort of thing. My mom's upline, we come from a line of shamans. Obviously not everyone is shamans, but that is very, very who we are. But it was just me and my mom in that delivery room, but my dad's spirit was there the whole time too. Like, he just had her laughing during that whole delivery, that whole birth. So what I'm feeling with that very specifically is like, even though you might be alone, you're not alone. Like, I came into this world alone in the sense of like, yeah, it was just, but like, there was a spirit right there with me, always telling me, I love you, you know, you're there. And like, it's crazy because growing up, my brother and I would both individually come to my mom and be like, I feel him around, and she'd be like crying because neither one of us talked to her, like to each other about it. We only would tell her, and it'd have to be, she knew he was there. So, you know, your guides are like that with you. They're always there. And to make it even trippier, when I started middle school, you know, I was walking home from school, and, you know, he always would kind of follow me. Like, I'd feel his presence following me whenever I'd start a new school. But I had made a new friend. She's like still one of my best friends, and she was freaking out because some man was following us home from school and there was no one behind us. And after she described him, I realized it was my dad. So you really are not alone. So stop thinking that you are. Stop doing things that might jeopardize your life and your future, because stop sitting in pity and misery. That's what I'm seeing. Just stop the bull crap, essentially, because once you do that, you will allow your abundance to flow. Currently, there are certain ways in which your abundance is blocked because you're stopping it. You feel like you can't get it, you can't have it, you don't deserve it. Oh, this is me, you do deserve it, but I'm just sensing that you feel like you don't deserve it, but you do deserve an abundant life. And that the space you need is the space, like what I was saying, if you spend a lot of time on like social media, stop spending so much time there, start giving yourself more space to be open, to allow your guides to come through so they can guide you. That's why they are called that. They are here to guide you through this life. They are determined. Says determination. It's hard to see. They are very determined to help you climb this mountain, to climb this peak, so you can get everything that you need to have. And that with, you know, once you start pulling into that determination as well, you will start to see an amazing change within your life. You'll start to see peace and abundance. You'll start to have more joy. You'll start to have more happiness. You'll start to see, this is where your emotional fulfillment will come through. You'll start to see the good in everything. You'll want to stop your darn self. You're going to come into a state of reflection where you're going to understand the different parts in your life where you blocked yourself. However, what I'm feeling is, do not beat yourself up, because you were meant to be in those places when you were in those places. However, now you're not. So that's why it's time to stop. But this reflection, I feel like, is going to be very important, because I think what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what I'm sensing, all of it is that you are amazing, and everything you've been through is now going to be able to help so many other people. So it will be important for you to take this time, this chance of reflection, to be able to understand what it is that you went through and how you can break those barriers and how you can help other people, because there might be other people who don't have as strong of a spiritual team as you, who need people here to have the reminders, and even people who have strong spiritual teams. Like even what I want to say, what I'm hearing right now is, even the fact that you're here on a reading needing an additional confirmation, even though I'm feeling your guides have been trying to give you this message on their own for a mean minute, they are okay with that, because they understand that not everybody's journey is the same, and sometimes we need that external validation to understand what's going on in our own life, because the society that like a Western society that we might live in, you know, because not everybody lives in a Western society, has gaslit a lot of natural people who have these spiritual connections into thinking that they're just insane. So you will come into a point of reflection. And I do feel like there's going to be some sadness here, because you're going to feel like you've missed out on opportunities, feel like you've lost something in a certain sense. There are going to be times where life might be a little bit more difficult. At least you'll perceive it as having been more difficult, because A, you either didn't listen to these messages, or B, because now you are listening to these messages. Like, there could be times of sadness because you might feel like you're losing people who were in your life, before because they weren't necessarily as spiritually evolved as you are, and you know, it's a little bit isolating in times, and I feel that. However, I do feel like that you're going to be protected from all of the bad things, and that this sadness will be temporary, but life is ebb and flow, and it's natural, and it's okay if you feel sadness at times because you might not vibe as well with people who you used to vibe well with, and it's not even like anything bad happened, it's just you're not on the same levels anymore, and that could be pretty devastating at times because, you know, when you love somebody, you love them, you know, even when they're not on the same page as you, but you are going to be protected from bad things, and that you are, you're amazing, and that it's okay to feel this way, but they've got your back, and they just want you to know that this journey, it's going to be a little bit tedious, and it might feel a little bit difficult, but they've got you. You are fully protected. You're divinely protected. They're here for you 24/7. All right. I'm going to pull some channeled message cards. Oh, wow. Okay. And oh, wow. Okay. Card is going back. Okay, these are what's coming, what's not coming. Okay. Okay. Ooh, this is backwards. Okay, that's weird. There we go. Ooh, it's like something just got in my eye, and at the same time, I just keep seeing this weird room that I was in my dreams last night. I don't know how to explain it, but let's see, what else does pile one? Spiritual team, their guides, their ancestors. What else do they want to say to them? Do they have any other messages that they want to be channeled through this deck? Yeah, ooh, that'll come through. Okay. Okay. Oi. Okay, so the first card is release. This is the same kind of vibe that I was feeling with the stop. Release all the negativity, the things that aren't being there for you. Release the things that aren't there for your best benefit, because they don't need to be here anymore. And do not worry, because you are safe changing these things. And this definitely pops back into me in mind with protection. The things that are coming your way, you are safe. You don't have to worry about it. You are protected from any harm that is coming your way. And everything has a purpose. So even though there are going to be things that are going to be hard to deal with, hard to understand as you're making these changes in your life, as you're starting to call on your guides more so you could begin to get this emotional fulfillment that you're looking for, there are going to be some things that are going to look left, but do not worry, they are actually right, because everything in your life has a purpose for you. You are in control of your life. Again, that's why your guides, they can't actually step in and just do stuff for you. You have to ask for help, because you are the one who is ultimately in control of this life and has the ultimate say-so. However, they also have the ultimate guidebook to be able to help you live the life that you would most like to have. Don't give in to your feelings. That is 1000% my great-grandmother. And that is essentially just, even if you are feeling the sadness, don't let it consume you. Don't let it take over your life. It is okay to feel your feelings, but don't give in to them, because again, you are in control. You are not your feelings. Your feelings are a part of you. So don't give in to them. Take control of that. You're going to create the greatest things. Your guides are extremely proud of you. I just felt a wave of sadness, but not like sadness, you know, like when a parent watches their kid graduate high school, like that, like I'm sad because this is like a stage that's ending and my baby's growing up and you're going to be so amazing. That's what I'm feeling from this. You're going to create the greatest things. And you really did that. You really made all of these changes and you're really going to continue making these changes. And they want you to see that they're really proud of you because, girl, you really did that. Boy, or any other pronouns that you would prefer to use. Be careful what you wish for. So this is just a reminder that you are a master manifester. So make sure that you're wishing for things that you actually want, because be careful what you wish for, you might just get it. All right, so just make sure to pull back on the things that you don't want and come into the things that you do want. And that I'm sorry that things happen that way. That's your guides just wanting to let you know that they know that a lot of this is going to be scary and that there are going to be some changes that aren't going to be exactly what you expected, exactly what you wanted, and that it might be a little bit hard for you, and that they are sorry that it's going to feel this way, but they also want you to know that things happen for a reason and everything has a purpose. So it is okay. Just be careful about what it is that you're pulling in, because they don't want anything to go any further off the plan that was oh god, my eyes are like doing this weird CZ thing. Okay, they want you to know that you signed, not like signed a contract, but you sat with your team. It's like there's like a spiritual contract, but they don't want to say contract because they don't want it to be interpreted in the way of contracts of how they are here in the 3D, but it's like you signed a spiritual contract of what you were going to accomplish and what you were going to do for your downline, your upline, for your soul tribe, for your spiritual team, for your genetics, for everything, and that they just want you to be very careful because there are certain things that aren't necessarily going according to the plan that was at hand, and it's causing a little bit of chaos and confusion internally. But I feel like I saw one card start to pop out, and it said, "Don't worry, the blame is yours," and that's popping back in my head right now. Is that don't like blame yourself, but some things happened and it's set off track a little bit. So that's why they want you to just, again, be careful what you wish for, so it doesn't take you off track too much more. And they're sorry that things have been going out of whack a little bit, and that's why they want to come in to let you know that, like, they're here for you, they're here with you, so things don't have to keep going in a direction where, you know, they have to be sorry or you know, feel sorry with you and for you for the way that things are happening. And let's see here, I just want to check in to see if there's anything else that they want you to know before we go. I think they want to let you know one last thing, so we're going to pull from this The Universe Has Your Back deck. I'm going to zoom out real quick, and let's see, what is the final message from pile 3? What is the final message from pile 1? Spiritual team, spiritual guides. What do they want? What do they want their pile 1 people, their beautiful children, their beautiful babies, their loves, their hearts? What do they want to know? Is that the only thing they want you to know, or is there anything else? Okay, we're going to give 3 more shuffles through before I call it. Okay, so 3, 2, and last one. If you have anything else to say, now is your time. Ah, yes, every time I say that. Okay. So we have this, then we have this, and we have this and this. Okay. Alright, so this is The Universe Has Your Back deck, and look at that. When I was saying it, the universe has my back. They want you to remember that things are working out for you, things are happening for you, not to you. So just to remember that the universe has your back. My faith has a power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Yes, they want you to just, let's see. they want you to start looking at things in a different sort of perspective. Start to see the good, even in negative situations. See where your growth has occurred from them. And even, what is it? A Christmas Carol? What, a Christmas? The Charles Dickens with the Scrooge? Is it the Scrooge? Yeah. The one who goes back, forward in time and stuff like that. That's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling from this. They want you to take account of your life in that sort of sense, so you can understand that there are lessons to be learned from everything. And even when things don't look okay, if something had went a different way, then it might look like a different story, and that you're always in control to be able to make a change. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. And for this, I'm very specifically feeling like you need to start seeing yourself through the eyes of love, and to let go of the hurt that you feel like you may have caused yourself. Let go of the hurt that you feel like you may have allowed it to happen to you, whatever that might mean. But just let go of that and understand that you can look at yourself through the eyes of love, through the lens of love. Look at your life through the eyes and lens of love, and you will start to see a vast change in things. And the presence of love will always cast out fear. So I feel like that one's pretty self-explanatory. And just what they want to say is that they love you and that it is okay. And they want to let you know that when they cycled through this life before, they also went through trials and tribulations, and they understand. And just like a teenager thinking that their parents were never once teenagers, they want you to understand that, no, they fully get it, and that it can be scary, but they have faith in you, and they want you to start having more faith in yourself. And basically, to wrap it up, your spiritual team wants you to know you are amazing, you are strong, you are beautiful, you are kind, you are intelligent, you are everything that they were and will be, and they are everything that they could have ever hoped you ever would be. And they think you're fantastic, fantaco-tastic, and they want you to be able to see that too, and they want you to understand that, and that you can get there. I heard one person say it's not hard, and then I heard somebody else say, well, it can be hard sometimes. In the grand scheme of things, once you come to the end of the road, I feel like you'll be like, okay, it wasn't as hard as it felt like when I started the journey. By the end of your journey, it will have been the easiest thing you will have ever done, but it will have also been one of the scariest things you will have ever done. So that's where the not easy part comes in. They want you to just start looking at situations more lovingly, because it is your emotions that need to be fulfilled more. It is a self-love, it is an external love, it is an internal love. They believe in you. I'm hearing I Believe in You and Me as sung by Whitney Houston in the movie The Preacher's Wife, so I'm going to link that down below. So but I'm feeling that as like a love song from your guides to you. And to quote some of it is, I believe in you and me. I believe that we could be in love eternally as far as I can see. So just take out the romance aspect of it, and that is your guides speaking to you as they believe in the two of you. Well, the them collective and the you human. They believe in your souls being able to do all of this lovely, great, amazing stuff. But you have to believe as well. But okay, pile one, I'm going to leave you there. I hope this sits well with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Just remember to stay your beautiful selves, because you are so strong, you are so amazing, and I'm so glad to have been able to step into your energy and convene with your guides. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to let me know how this resonated. If you want to Follow me on social medias. Those are down below in the description. I love you guys so much. I think you are absolutely amazing, and I truly believe that you've got this. Yeah, I just see like my great grandma smiling right now. So you got this. You're amazing. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Remember, I am doing a giveaway. If you've missed that announcement in the beginning of the video, it's in the beginning of the video. Yeah, so subscribe, turn on bell notifications, like it if you like it. If you don't like it and you've stayed this long, that's a you problem to me. If you dislike it, I just want you to know that actually does help me out. So just, if you don't like it, just leave. Literally right as I said, if you don't like it, then just leave. My battery died and the camera stopped filming. So yeah, I'm gonna say that that's it for now. Make sure to come back, put on, again, turn on the bell notifications so you know when I post. If you have any specific readings that you would like me to do, just comment them down below. I will add that to my list of to-dos. And I love you very, 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 very much, Pile 1. And I hope you love yourself as much. Alright, have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to now leave you here officially. Bye-bye. Hola! Hello, Pile 2. Alright, let's get into this. Pile 1, they had such a beautiful reading, so my energy is on a high right now. Let's just light something so we can cleanse this energy a little bit. However, I'm not gonna lie, my guides are on a high right now, so it doesn't matter. Even when we do cleanse it, I'm still gonna be riding high, because they like talking about this kind of thing. Let's see. Clean this up. All right, get that going over here. We are going to dive into it. We're gonna pull some tarot. I might end up pulling the same kind of oracle cards I did in the previous reading. I don't know. We will see. Gonna find out what they'd like you to know. Ooh. That was terrible, horrible. When I was in college, I had a friend who was from Long Island, and he'd always say it's horrible, and I just haven't been able to stop since saying it's horrible. See, that was also horrible. It's horrible. All right. Let's see. What are we doing here, boo? I wonder what kind of messages are gonna come through. The last one was, I think it was beautiful. All right, let's see. Pile 2. We're gonna try that again though. That other shuffle. Ooh, I didn't realize that. Oh, that was bad. All right, we're just not gonna do that anymore. All right, what would Pile 2's spirit? Let's just move this a little bit. What would Pile 2 spiritual team? No. Okay, that wants to come out. What was Pile 2 spiritual team, guides, ancestors, the whole nine? What would they like for Pile 2 to know, to hear right now? What messages they got? We got the Hermit and the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, that just came flying out. The 6 of Swords. I believe I got the 9 of Pentacles in the last reading. I did. Is this the one that's bent? It is. Oh, I don't want to have to buy the deck again. Alright, let's see what else would Pile 2 spiritual team want for us to know. Just fair warning, you're probably going to hear me talk about my great-grandma a lot, because she's been hella active today. She there. Oh, we got the Queen of Wands. That came out in the last group as well. Grupo 2. Okay, what else? What else we got? What else? What else we got? Pile 2 spiritual team. What would they like you to know? Got a 7 of Cups. We got an Ace of Cups. Oh, 7 of Cups and 6 of Cups. Interesting. Very Resting. A resting itch. Actually, a resting inch, whatever. I believe Six of Cups came out in the last reading. No, it wasn't. It was Six of Pentacles. Alright, what else? Oh, those two try to come out at the start, I believe. Yeah, Temperance and the Knight of Wands. What else? What else? Pile twos. Spiritual team. The World. Are we reverse? Are we upright? Yeah, we're reverse. Which is weird. None of my cards are in reverse in the deck. I always like to keep it straight. But now we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse too. Okay. What else? Pile twos. Spiritual team. Want them to know. Ooh. Another card's trying to come out in reverse. Holy schnitzel. Okay, we got the Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords came out together. With the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. He reminds me of someone. On the Knight of Cups, I don't know what it is, but he reminds me of someone. Probably someone from the Bachelor franchise, because I've been binging that like crazy, and my mom just looks at me like I have 10 heads, but whatever. Alright, let's see. I'm going to, before I fully call that bottom of the deck, just see if any other cards would like to expose themselves before we stop it. Okay. Any other cards? No, I think that Ace of Swords was the other card. Alright, now the bottom of the deck is the Tower, so. Let's see here. Okay, pile two. Let's get into this. Let's see. What is it that your spiritual team, your guides, your ancestors, what do they want you to know? What is it that they want to say? Is there any lessons? Any, what do we got? What do we got? What are we feeling? I just keep hearing let go. I don't, for that specifically, I'm not going to go in depth with that because I'm hearing not to. I'm just hearing, and this is like direct quote what's coming through, is you need to let go of it. You know what I'm talking about. Let go. It is okay. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. Just trust. Okay, so that, I felt that. There's a certain energy of walking away from something that's been hurting you. I don't know if that's the specific what they want you to let go of. I'm kind of feeling no, because I feel like you've already started the process of walking away from this, and there's something else that you're clinging on to, and you need to let go of that too. Your whole life is about to change. Everything that you've been sitting on is going to shatter, and they want you to be prepared for that. They want you to be prepared for potential, oh, I don't want to say it. They want you to be prepared for potential heartbreak. They want you to not be afraid of it, though, because I'm feeling very specifically, especially with this Tower card being like a tree, what I'm feeling is that forest fires happen for a reason. They're meant to natural forest fires, not gender reveal forest fires, but natural forest fires happen in nature. It's a thing. It's clearing out the old bush to create something new and fresh and abundant. And I'm feeling like you're in the midst of a forest fire, and they want you to know that it's not terrible. Nobody did anything stupid to make this happen. It is a natural occurrence, and it's supposed to be happening, and it's tough, and it's scary, and they wish that they could give themselves 3D bodies so they could hug you and cry with you, because it's going to be very isolating. You're going to feel very alone. You're not alone, but they do understand that you understand that you're not alone. To me, not like this isn't from your guides, to me as a person, it feels like you are somebody who is very connected to your spirit, and you do know how to go through these cycles, and it sounds like they're trying to warn you that another cycle is coming through, except for this time, it's going to be bigger than some of the others. Life-shattering, but at the end of the day, at the end of the pieces being picked up, I'm not seeing it being as shattering. It's going to be the kind of thing that, I don't know why this example very specifically is coming in, but I'm seeing that you're going to be at a cocktail party, chilling with a bunch of people, you know. I don't know why pseudo-intellectual just came out, but you're going to be at a cocktail party having pseudo-intellectual conversation with people, and you'll be like, oh yeah, the past 3 years or the past year, I was like this, and this, and look at me now. Like, have no regrets for how anything turned out, because if anything had went any different than it did, I wouldn't be standing here today. And quite frankly, I like where I'm standing here today. That's I don't know why that very specific came out, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. I feel like you are... It's going to be a roller coaster, this transition. You're going to be walking away from a lot of things that you thought were it. I feel like the stage that you're at now, you thought you hit this specific stage already. Now, of course, growth happens continually. We always grow, we always heal. But I feel like this specific journey that you're about to go on, the end goal, is the end goal you thought you had already hit before. Like, I don't know if it's like, say, it could be career-wise, especially with this Queen of Pentacles having come out in reverse. It's like you thought that you had what you were looking for. You thought you had built it, and you had been through the ringer a few times, and you thought you hit your specific end goal, and now everything is becoming upended, and you're realizing that, no, that wasn't it. There's something else new coming in for me. There's something better coming in for me, and that will be it, not this. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm feeling this coming through, is that whatever this huge change is, you thought you had done it already. And that's the part that's going to be the most shattering for you, is because you know how to do the work. You've done the work so many times. I don't think you're somebody who's ever shied away from doing the work. You don't dive into it as quickly as, like, maybe how, not even just maybe, you don't currently dive into it as quickly as I'm feeling you will with time, but you know how to create happiness and fulfillment for yourself. But the cycle you're in right now is coming to an end. It's coming to a close, because there's something bigger and better for you that's coming soon. You've been too isolated. The stats aren't what you want them to be, is what I'm seeing. Like, I don't know, you know how in like some games you might have like 30 experience points to start off with, and you could allocate it between like stupid stuff like, or not even stupid, but like stuff like, I don't know, you're this intelligent, or you're this charismatic, or you're this, that. Kind of like, I mean, the only game I could think of at this very second is like how The Sims used to be. Like, you could allocate a certain amount of points to each thing, and it wasn't as even as you thought it was. And you're evening things out so you're more well-rounded, well-balanced, well-human. I don't know why well-human came out, but it's kind of like you aren't very human in the sense that you're more spiritual in a lot of ways, but you're also here to be human currently. So I feel like you haven't found the right balance, but you are coming into a point where this is about to change for you. You're going to be I want to say more evolved in your path. I see so many new opportunities coming forward. I see you dealing with all of this. What I'm hearing from your guides is that it's always darkest before the dawn. Like, they're like, it's such a cliche, but I feel like they're also just trying to remind you that things are coming to an end, and that you are creating something anew, and that it's going to be it's not going to be a little bit shaky. I was going to say it's going to be a little bit shaky, but they stopped me and was like, no, it's not going to be a little bit shaky. It's going to feel a little bit shaky, but it's not going to be shaky at all. How I just heard it is, like this desk, it might feel a little creaky, but it's still solid. The journey is going to be lonely at times. There are going to be a couple of spots of confusion because you're going to be reminiscing on what you could have done previous to not get you into this situation at the moment, but it doesn't matter because, ooh, okay, this just popped out to me. With the Seven of Cups, especially with the meaning of these cards, but also the numerology of these cards, because we have the Seven of Cups on top of the Six of Cups, and then next to it was the Ace of Cups. So it's like, let's just zoom this in. It's like you're sitting here reflecting on all the options that you could have had, and in doing so, you're reflecting on all the options that you used to have, and now you're not sure how to do this. But once you remove the thought of all of the what could have been, once you leave the past in the past, remove these Six Cups from these Seven Cups, you will be left with the Ace of Cups, a brand new opportunity for yourself. So they just want to remind you that you have all of this in front of you, and sometimes you need to just stop worrying about what could have been, because once you do that, you will realize what is actually there. The what could have been could still be, but it's not for you to spend your time stressing about in this present moment, because new opportunities will be coming forward, new growth will be coming forward. Yeah. And the last thing before, because I'm feeling like it's like, okay, enough with this. They are very spiritual. They want you to know that you've got this. You are, you're changing cycles, but it's going to be a way more powerful one. It's a stronger foundation that you will be standing on, and things might not look fully different to the outside world. Like maybe you're in a career and you go from one job in that career to doing the same job but just at a different company. So to other people things might not necessarily look different, but to you, you'll understand how much more solid your foundation is, and you're going to be extremely pleased is what I want to say with that. But okay, let's see what we're going to pull. Some oracle so we can get more clarification, more interpretations, more communication. Oh geez, you know what, that happened with my last pile too. Okay, this is the Lovers card that literally just fell out. I was picking up my deck and like that was the only card on the bottom, and when I picked it up it didn't pick up. With the last pile, what I did was like took these stack of cards and like did like this and put it in there, and it was the Lovers underneath. It was the Three of Cups just now. So with the Lovers trying to pop out, and even the Three of Cups trying to pop out, it's like you are in doing this, you're gonna find like a more balance with like romantic and familial, friendly type relationships. And not even like you were out of whack with it, but it's more like I feel like you're someone, especially because like my energy is fully shifted. I feel like you're someone who's way more practical and pragmatic in a lot of different ways, and you've been setting, okay, and the Hanged Man wants to show, and like you've been sitting in this space where you've been trying to create what you want to create so you could have a better balance with love and friendship. And it's not like you don't know how to have this, it's just you prefer to worry about your coin in a certain sense. And it's like you thought you were ready to hit that point, but now you're just like shifting your foundation so you could have that more. And there's wish fulfillments that are coming. You've been in this not like stagnant, but just this like waiting energy, this thinking energy, this like reflective type energy. And now you are you're getting ready to bring forth the rest of your journey, and it's just there are certain things that aren't solid. So I mean, even with that, an example, it could be like if you have a job that doesn't allow for you to say travel, take vacations. Hold on, sorry, there was just a knock at the window. So yeah, it feels like you are trying to set a foundation for happiness, for you to stand in your power. The Empress just showed up when I cut the deck a little bit. Like you want to bring forth this new fertile energy within your life, and that's the new foundation that you're setting for yourself. So what was it that I was saying? Okay, so it's like as if maybe you have a job and you like to travel with your friends and things like that, and if they don't really allow for that sort of thing and you're able to find the same job elsewhere that gives a great benefits package that allows for you to have the kind of life, the kind of joy, the kind of relationship you'd like to have with other people, like if it allows for that better, if that makes sense. So that was what I was getting with those extra cards there. I am going to pull the same decks of cards from last time, and with this, cards came out and it made like a channeled sentence. So let's see, what does pile two's guide, what does pile two's guides want them to know? What else do we want to say here? what other messages are going to come out. How do they want it to be channeled? What other messages? Oh, okay, this comes out here. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, okay. Okay. What other messages are coming through for pile 2 and their guides? Please tell me. My dad's going outside and not coming in here, just all my filming. Okay. Okay. Any other messages? We've got 3 shuffles. We've got 2 shuffles. Oh. Okay. Oh. And then we've got 1. Oh, there we go. They want a lot to say here. Okay, 1 last shuffle. Okay. How did these jump out? It went here, then here, then here, then here, then here. All right, beautiful. Now let's do this. We put it down. All right, what is the message that pile? What is the message that pile 1's? Oh, you're not pile 1, you're pile 2. My bad. What is the message that pile 2's guides would like for them to know? Let's zoom this in here. Okay, they want you to release fear. They understand change has been scary. You've been through the ringer, you've been back, and they understand that you are actually really phenomenal at, you know, like trying to release these things. You try not to live in this, but they do also understand that you do it sometimes and that it can be scary and things can be fearful, the unknown, but they want you, even just making these new changes in your life, being able to have, like, say if it is, back to the example of like free time at your job, that could be scary because it opens new doors, new opportunities, and they just want you to drop that fear. They don't want you to be upset about any of this. They don't want you to be angry. Everything in your life has hit these paths at these points. They don't want you to be upset with yourself, because how I'm feeling is very specifically, you didn't make a mistake in doing what you did when you did it. We needed you to understand these paths that you were on because we're trying to drive home a point, and now it's time for a change. So you don't need to be angry about this. It wasn't for wrong. It wasn't backwards. It was exactly as it was supposed to have been. So just fear not. Don't worry. You are not going to be rejected by these new opportunities coming to you. You don't have to be fearful of that. Anything that rejects you wasn't the opportunity for you, and it's okay to try to look for what's right for you, but remember that what's meant for you won't miss you. So if you're feeling rejected by an opportunity, that's because that opportunity wasn't for you. And have faith in this. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your spiritual team that you will be brought to where you need to be with this, like, circle of this. I'm feeling like you're here and your team's here with you, and they want you to have faith in you and have faith in them in this process that you're going through right now, and to be more reflectful on how far you've come, because once you really have time to stop and pay attention to where you were versus where you are now, you'll understand why you went through these different things that you went through. And to have caution when it comes to being so hard on yourself, because you really don't need to sit in that spot. It is okay for you to again, I want to say it's okay for you to reflect, but it's not okay for you to beat yourself up, because, again, that is why you reflect, not so you get into a space where you're like, oh, what an idiot, but so you're like, wow, look at how far I've come, look at the good, not at the bad. And it can be extremely frustrating for you, because you know, like, I feel like you could have gotten to where you want to get to years prior, especially once you do that reflection. But they don't want you to be in this frustrated energy, because that is exactly not what's supposed to be going on at all. And then you've got like this hunger, this thirst for this life that you want to create for yourself, and you fully will have it. Just you need to be a little bit more kind with yourself. You need to not be so hangry. You need to understand and have patience with yourself, that when you are hungry for something new that can get your emotions out of whack, that can make you so frustrated, and it's not okay. Find comfort in the fact that you are doing amazing, sweetie. You're ahead of the game in so many different ways. You pay attention to your spiritual team, you pay attention to yourself, you pay attention to how you feel, and there are so many people who don't. So find comfort in the fact that you actually are ahead of the game, and once you fully do that, then you'll be able to start to see a new flow of energy come into your life, a new flow that's going to help you stay on track, that's going to keep you going on a different direction, and a more positive direction of what you're looking for. You're going to find a lot of peace. You're going to be at ease. You're going to be at peace. You're going to find comfort. You're going to find happiness. You will understand everything, that what you went through and why you went through it. And you're going to be so amazed, and you're going to be just so happy. And with this determination here, and I know it's hard to see this one, got this in the last pile, determination. Your determination is what's going to lead you to this new sense, this new place. The reason why you're finding this reading right now is so you can understand that you're going to go through that frustration and that anger, and just be determined to get out of that energy, because that is not for you. It is for you in the sense of it's for a part of your journey, but it's not the end goal. The end goal is for you to have comfort, flow, and peace, and to understand that will help you bring that lightning force of determination to help bring you to the top of the mountain, so you could bask in the beautiful sun there. All right, let's see. All right, what else do we have here? We're going to pull some channeled messages cards. Let's just zoom that out real quick and see what else it is that your guides would like to say to you at this moment in time. Okay. What else is it that Pile 2's guides would like to say to Pile 2 at this moment in time? What else? What else? Okay. What else would Pile 2's guides like to say to Pile 2? Okay, do we have any more? It's getting real loud out here on my end. What else would Pile 2's guides like to say to Pile 2? Can you hear that? It's my neighbors, probably. Okay, anything else? Pile 2's person. Well, not Pile 2's person. Woo, child. Which one of these come on this one? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Ooh, child. Let's go like this, and we're going to give 3 more shuffles. 3. Okay. 2. And 1. Okay. Now let's get these. Ooh, spread all those out. Let's get these changed. All right, they want to know where do you see this going? Where do you see the current events in your life going at this moment? Do you just be honest and realistic with yourself whenever you're feeling like it's too hard for you to handle. They want you to just stop and ask yourself, where do I see this going at this moment? Is it hitting where I want it to hit? Is any of this situation serving me for my best purpose at this given time? Where do I see this going right now? So that is the first thing that they want you to ask yourself whenever you are in a spot where you're confused, and start taking care of yourself like you take care of others. You do so well. You are amazing. You know how to be a guiding force in other people's life, and they want you to start using that same sort of energy for yourself. They want you to be more... They want you to have more discernment about where else you're putting your energy, because you are taking from a depleting cup, and you need to start taking care of yourself as well. Because don't worry, the blame isn't yours. They don't want you to feel like it's a bad thing. They want you to understand that where you have been putting your energy before, it was necessary in those moments. Not necessarily necessary for you, but maybe necessary for the other person. And in the long run, this energy will be funneled back into you long term, so do not worry. They don't even want you to believe that there's any blame involved, because there is no blame. It just is what it is, and it's time for you to now change things up, and you know what you need to do, and it's okay to do what you need to do, even though I'm feeling like they feel like you're going to think that it's a little bit hard for you to do this. It is okay. You know what needs to get done, because they believe in you. Are you in a spot yet where you believe in yourself? You could handle any and every situation that comes your way. You've handled any and every situation that's already come your way thus far, and you will continue doing so. Stop overthinking. Trust your intuition. Like I said, you seem like someone who's a little bit pragmatic, but you're also somebody who fully does know how to trust your intuition, so start doing that more often. Not everything is in this 3D realm, and as time moves on, as the world progresses, as we move further into the age of Aquarius, there is starting to be a more balance between the mind and the intuition and the gut and the heart and all of this. It's the chakras are becoming more one, so you can start trusting that intuition. And I'm just reminded of something my mom's always reminded me of, which is a study on women who have been attacked. So many of them knew that don't walk down this road today, even if they walked down it a million other times at midnight before. It's like the one day that they felt like it wasn't the right day for them to walk down it, and they did anyway, somebody might have tried to grab them. This kind of thing. So it's something where a lot of people don't trust their intuition, but it's time for you to do so, because it will keep you safe, and you're stronger than you act. Everything about you is phenomenal, and sometimes I think you forget that you are as phenomenal as you truly are, because really just you need to just have more self-love for yourself, loving yourself, being there for yourself, being more kind to yourself the way that you are to other people, having the same understanding for yourself that you give forward to other people, because you are absolutely amazing. You are a fantastic person. You know how to handle your life. You know how to handle what's going on, and you need to be able to learn how to stand in that a little bit more, but you already do know how to stand in that. What you need to learn how to do is accept that you stand in that and appreciate that you stand in that. And I'm sorry things happen that way. That feels like I'm sorry that this feels as harsh as it is, and I'm sorry that you don't necessarily see how amazing you are, but it is okay. And I know it's going to feel like a tough thing, especially once you pull out of that energy. There's going to be, I feel like, a little bit of sorrow in the self-reflection of realizing, wow, okay, I didn't need to do that. But with that is then you could treat yourself well too. How I'm feeling like is like, just don't beat yourself up when you come to those realizations, and when you fully pull yourself into that. It's okay to understand that I needed to be on this journey where I was at when I was at it for a reason, and that it's okay. I don't need to beat myself up about it. I don't need to beat myself up. There's more work to be done. There's more work to be done. There's the need to, and this feels like it's going back to the beginning part where it's like there's going to be a big change up. There's more work that needs to be done on your part. Not everything is just going to fall into place. There's just more work to be done. And one of those things is that you still need to forgive yourself. You need to have more patience, kindness, and understanding for yourself, what you've been through, where you're at, and where you're going. And stop denying that you're amazing. I said that you were amazing a little while ago, and it's time for you to step into that recognition and fully understand that. Your guides really, 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 really want you to understand that you are fantastic. They just love you, and you need to forgive yourself. Didn't that already come through? Yeah, you still need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and move forward. It's okay. It's okay. It's scary. I don't know what it is that's being held on to, but forgive yourself. Don't feel like things could have been different had you this. Things could have, would have, should have. Things are what they are. So just forgive yourself and take the time to understand that tomorrow I'm going to do better than I did today, and that's all you can do instead of just holding on to the past. Stop the bull crap. Stop the whining, stop the complaining, stop everything. Understand that, again, it is what it is. So what am I going to do now? What am I going to do to change things? Maybe it's just a little bit too hard at times, but that's okay. Maybe you're going to come into a bit of confusion. You're going to be like, well, maybe this is what I want. Maybe that's what I want. And with this, I'm just feeling stop and contemplate, and then you'll be able to really figure out the yes or the no, because everything has a purpose. Maybe that's why you had these situations. Maybe that. And I feel like maybe is a good word for you to put into your vocabulary when you reflect on the past. And be like, yeah, maybe this would have happened, but maybe that wouldn't have happened instead. Yeah, maybe if I hadn't have gone to this school, maybe I would have had a better GPA, but maybe I wouldn't have met my best friend in the entire world. This kind of thing. Just understand that everything has its purposes, and that maybe that's okay. All right. Let's see here. I want to pull from one last deck here. And that is the universe has your back, so we could see what else your guides want you to know universally and having your back. Ooh. That jumped out in a different way that I'm not used to them jumping out. So did that one. All right, what does Pile 2 Spirit Guides want to tell Pile 2? What do they want to say? All right, we're going to give 3 more shuffles. All right, 3. As soon as I say that, more come out. And then we've got 2. And 1. Oh, something flipped. All right, those don't want to come. Who is it that jumped out? Oh, a couple of you did. Oh, a few of you did. Okay. Okay. This is going to be... Okay, I am a spirit having human experience, and I am here to get closer to love. Exactly. I feel like I said... I feel like I mentioned this exact kind of thing earlier in the reading where it's like, where I was saying like you weren't being human, like you're more in the spirit than you are in the human sometimes. And it is about love, like you're learning how to, love you, like the love that I'm really feeling is that you're getting closer to loving yourself. And my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. That one's honestly pretty self-explanatory. So when it comes to these new changes that are going to be made and coming into your life, or that you'll want to come forth with, it's best to focus on the positive aspects of it all, so you don't get caught up in creating negative cycles for yourself, because your energy is real. You're a master manifester. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Okay? Again, that one just really feels very self-explanatory. So it's like, even when you're in these spaces where sometimes things are a little bit shaky and a little bit, why does whack want to come through? When things are whack, okay, just understand that it's just a way of saying that things don't feel right, because things need to change. Same like when I was gonna say when you're like a little kid and your shoes are starting to get too tight, it's because and that pain is just a call for help. I don't know, like not a call for help, but I'm really seeing like I don't know why, but I'm just like thrown back into a shoe store when I was a little kid, and you know how people will fit your shoes for you. So it's like you don't know what size you wear, and you're just putting on all these shoes, and it hurts, and it really hurts bad. So you need to call for help so they can measure your foot so you can know what size shoe you wear. I don't know why that came through, but that's what I got from that. All right. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to your light. And that just feels like a reminder from your spirit guides to start calling on them more, to understand that they are here for you, and that they will be there to pull you into this sphere, this space that you are looking for and that you are looking forward to. I choose to learn through love. So there's definitely a big emphasis on love and being loved and loving, and learning how to change your vibration to that of love. When I lean towards love, I am led. And for this, I just felt like there's people in this world may love you and you may love you, but there is no one who loves you more than your guides, your spiritual team. And they want you to know that loving with that love and that loving energy, even when you don't feel like it's there, they're there. When you lean towards their love, they will help lead you towards where you need to go. And my vibes speak louder than my words. So that is just an important thing to remember too, is what energy are you also putting out there into the world? Are you being loved or in loving, or what are you putting out there towards others? And I want you to understand that the world will reflect back to you what you're putting out there. So that doesn't mean you have to go like I don't know, be like inauthentic to yourself, but just understand that you're in a pivotal time of change. And if you're ever lost to know what it is that you are, where you're at, just take a step back and account and take note of what energy you feel like you're giving off. Like, and even if you have a hard time discerning that, if there's someone close to you, like, for me, it'd probably be like my mom, or like one of my best friends. I'd be like, yo, like, I don't feel right now. Like, can you like read me to filth? Or even do a tarot reading sometimes, to be like, what vibes am I giving off right now? So I could have more clarity as to what I'm going through, because sometimes when you're going through stuff, it's hard to fully understand it if you're in the midst of the storm. So that's what I was feeling with that, is just to remember that you do reflect outwardly as well, not just inner. So that's why it's a reflection. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna put this over here. And I just want to say that, well, that was it for that reading, but I do just want to end with, from me and my guides, that you do have this I want to say fantastic. They want to say this phenomenal energy to you, and that you are this fantastic human. And even though the human experience can be a little bit shaky for you, you are doing a fantastic job being a human, and you got this, and you could handle anything that comes your way. And sometimes it doesn't always feel like that. Sometimes you don't always want to have to deal with that, and that is fully fair. Wow, in my last reading, my battery died, and in this one, the whole memory card just filled up. So what I was saying is, you can handle this, and you do got this. And even though things at times can be shaky and rough, trust and believe. You're here for a reason. You're just amazing. And I want to say we're proud of you, me and my guides. I know your guides are definitely hella proud of you, but I just want you to know that me and my guides are also extremely proud of you, and I believe in you. I believe in you so much, pile 2. So I just want to leave you here with that. And before you go, if you'd like to like, share, subscribe, turn on that bell notification. If you're for some reason still at the end of this video and you don't like it, I just want you to know a dislike actually helps me, so it's easier to just skedaddle. But anyway, I appreciate you for being here. If there's any other readings that you would like me to do, just comment down below and I'll add it to the list. And don't forget that we are doing a giveaway on the channel. I mentioned it in the beginning of the video. And if you missed that, it's at the beginning of the video. But I have another video on my channel going into detail on that. So yeah, I guess that's all for you today, pile 2. I love you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my golden girls. I mean, pile 3. No, let me stop. Hello, pile 3. You chose the Golden Girls Tarot. I am so excited to have you here. Those last 2 readings were phenomenal. It was nice tapping into some spiritual guides energy. I know my spiritual guides are thriving on it. Let me just clear the energy up real quick. It's interesting. If you're drawn to any of the other piles, feel free to check them out. I feel like they were kind of really different in certain ways, but also in a different way, really similar, but mostly really different. The energy vibes were, one was more high energy, one was more low energy, so I'm excited to see what comes through here once we get this. Ooh, did I just put burniness on me? Okay. Once we clear this through. Where's my mom? Sorry, I'm like watching the Find My Friends app on my computer because my mom's like out, and I'm just trying to see when she gonna be home. She told me to, so I am. Oh, let's see if I can get this reading done before she gets back. All right. Hello, pile 2. Let's get into this. We're going to fully dive into what your spiritual team would like you to know, what your ancestors would like you to know. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know what it's going to be. The last 2 piles were pretty different from each other. Let's see if I can shuffle it this way. Much easier than I did the last pile, let me just tell you that. I love this deck. I'm obsessed with the Golden Girls. I feel like this is going to have the strongest energy of my great-grandmother because that was my Golden Girl. And I used to watch the show a lot at her house. I used to watch it a lot at my own house as a kid, but I used to watch it at her house a lot too. So, let's see. Oi! Just gonna give it a little shuffle there. And we're just gonna do this one last time. And then we'll fully get into it. All right, what does our dear pile 3, what would their spiritual team like to say? Oh, okay. We got the Sun, we got Strength, we got the Lovers. It's interesting. I have that song, oh, what is it called? The lyrics are like, she said, hola, como esta? She said, konnichiwa. She said, pardon my French. I said, bonjour, madame. She said, I don't even remember the rest of it, but that song. Oh, wait, what is it called? That's in my head right now, though. But what else would your spiritual team, your spiritual guides like to say to pile number 3? Oh, we got the Chariot. And Justice. Wow. But I feel like, do those two go together, or would they like to? Yeah, they go together. They go together like Alright, then we got the 8 of Pentacles. It's the way it should be. Oh, yeah. Alright, that song really just feels for you. The end song from freaking Greece. What is it just called To Go Together? I should know this. I think I literally know every single line in the movie Grease. I definitely know all the songs. It's a sickness. It's no, I was gonna say something that would have been a joke that like anybody who knows me would have got was a joke, but it would have been interpreted wrong on the internet, so I'm not gonna say it. It's, yeah, okay. All right, what else? What else does pile 3's guides want them to know? The star. Okay, do you have like every single freaking major arcana? You only have, there are literally 7 cards in front of me, and only one of them is not major arcana. You got the Sun, you got Strength, you got the Lovers, you got the Chariot, you got Justice, and you got the Star. Alright, now we have the 4 of Cups. What else with pile 3's spiritual team, their guides, their ancestors, their home dog skillet biscuits? What would they like them to know today? We got the 6 of Cups. Alright, Katie Coo, baby boo, you got swagger like a star. Why do I have so many different song references in my head? I feel like I'm gonna have to actually listen to this and write them all down. That one is from Auto-Tune the News. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, okay, can you see this? Can we grab them back into the pile? If we can, they don't belong. If we can't, they do. Oh, we could. Okay. What else? I don't know, but your pile got me smiling. Boo. I have never been this like hype. I have been before in a reading, but I'm feeling real hype about this energy right now. What else is pile 3's? That's why so many different songs are coming through. We got the 3 of Pentacles. And lastly, anything else we want to know? Oh, just another song came in through. Something You Want to Know by TLC. Something you wanna know. Ask me, boy, I'll tell you so. See? Just everything. And I really apologize. Like, I don't normally sing tone deaf, but when I'm in front of people, I sing tone deaf on purpose, because it just is what it is. Alright, we got the 8 of Swords, the High Priestess, and what are you, my boo? The 9 of Cups. Alright, and we're going to allow for any last energies to come out on the side. We'll give you a 3, 2, 1 shuffle. So with 3. Okay, the Fool. I had a feeling the Fool was going to come out in this pile. Alright, 2. Ooh, the Queen of Wands. Okay, a lot of extra things want to come out. The Emperor, something else upside down. Wow, okay. And 1. Okay, and you got the 3 of Cups as your bottom of the deck energy. So we ended up getting the Fool, the the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. Is that like a whole other... Okay, so this is the main set of cards. And then we'll add these other cards over here to the side. Over here. Ooh, you would have got some talkaties. Talkaties. Okay. Don't you just love Stan Zbornak? I just love Stan Zbornak, but maybe that's just me. You know why I love Stan Zbornak? Because I love that every time Stan Zbornak comes over to his ex-wife's house, even though it's always going to be his ex-wife, his mother-in-law, or like her two roommates that he's known since forever. Well, not since forever, but you know, by the end of the series, since forever. Whenever he comes in, he introduces himself, "Hi, I'm Stan," like they don't know who he is. And I just love that for him. Staniel Zbornak. I think that Stan and Dorothy, they explain my personality. And that is just, no cap, just facts. Alright, and then we had Three of Cups as the bottom of the deck. Alright, let's see. What is it that your guides want you to know? Yeah, they love you. Lord Jesus. Your guides, they're like, this is our baby. You are just like a ray of sunshine. You're just like this joy. You are phenomenal. They think you are the coolest, to be honest. They want to let you know that you have been creating so much goodness and abundance in your life. You've been like, there have been times where you've been handed not the best, I want to say the best coin. I don't know why coin's coming through, but there have been times where you've been handed not the best cards. That's the best cards at times, which is funny because these are cards. You haven't always been given the best hand of cards in life, but you really don't care. There are times sometimes where you get caught up in that. It's natural, it's normal. They love that for you, not like in a bad way, but they do love that for you, that you do know how to sometimes pull yourself into that other energy, so you're not like nauseatingly awesome and nauseatingly happy and nauseatingly just in a good spot. But they love how even when you come across those things, you just will be like, nah fam, I'm gonna allow myself to sit in this for like 3 minutes. I'm gonna sit here clutching this pillow. I'm gonna stand behind this deal of my own making with my eyes closed so I don't gotta look at it. And then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna say, nope, 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 not for me. I'm gonna manifest something different in my life, because I am the best. This is my life. I've got all these opportunities sitting here waiting for me, and I'm gonna rush to that. If my own balance doesn't come towards me, I'm gonna make my own balance. Guess what? Because I am everything. Like I will play the fool, and it is fun to. It's no fun to feel like a fool when when you find out your baby don't belong to you. But I don't give a crap. I will still jump into new opportunity, new love, new life, new everything if I have to, because I am awesome and I am deserving of awesomeness. And they love this about you. They're like, yes, like they're your biggest cheerleaders, and they are like, their voices are hoarse from cheering you on. They are excited for you. They are excited for your life. They are so proud of you. They are like, your spiritual team feels like the luckiest spiritual team in the world, because they're like, that's my baby, that's my baby. Because you're over here just doing what you need to do to get to where you need to get. And you try not to, you don't tear anybody else down. Not even you try not to, you don't tear anybody else down on your pursuit of happiness. You just do it. You just do it. You know how to stand in your power. You know how to do it all, pile 3. Like, I really feel like this reading isn't going to be as long as some of the other ones, because your guides, they just see you. They see you fulfilling your life. They see you bringing in new opportunity. They see you manifesting abundance for yourself. They see you, man. Like, that's the biggest thing. They're like, we see you and we're proud of you, and oh my God, you are just what? Like, that's how they're like, you're what? Okay. However, I do feel like this is coming through a little bit. Like, there have been times where your love situation ain't always been it, and they see that, but they also see that, you know, you don't give into your feelings fully. Like, you'll be like, all right, that didn't work, that was dumb, that was not it for me. However, I'm gonna just focus on me and my girls, me and my boys, me and my homies, and, you know, like, that's the love that I need right now. Like, I've got that love for myself, but if I'm looking for it external, okay, so what if these guys or these girls or these theys or these thems or these he's or these she's ain't it for me? That's all right. My person's out there, and it is what it is. It be what it be. I still got fantastic friends, and even when I don't have good friends, I still got myself. I am my own best friend. Like, they see that in you. They think you're like, what? They're like, it's like, if how I'm seeing it is like, okay, and this is funny because, like, every pile I just keep seeing my great grandma. My great grandmother, when I was a little kid, she was living in this old folks building. It wasn't like a nursing home or anything. It was just like a building where old people lived, or, you know, like, if you were disabled, you could live there too. And she had been living there since my mom was a teenager. So she'd been there almost 20 years. No, 10 years, 15 years. I don't know. She had been there a minute when I was a little kid. And my great grandmother, she is a phenomenal woman, but she's very, okay, so we didn't know about it back then, but hindsight's 2020. My great grandmother was very, very, very autistic, as is a lot of her offspring, including me, okay? But she was very autistic, and she just was like a boss. She was amazing, and she was in this old folks building for dumb long, and she didn't have any friends, and she was like upset about it. And my mom was like, well, you know, Nanny, because that's what we call her, it's like, well, Nanny, you know, you could try smiling at someone sometimes, because she didn't always know how to be friendly, even though she was she was just the kindest, most amazing, God-fearing woman that there was. Like, people still don't know this about her, but she used to, like, go visit the sick and elderly always on the weekends. Like, her and my mom, since she was a little girl, used to go visit the sick and elderly and commune with them, because that's just what you do, and you don't need to advertise it to everybody. So people didn't know this side to her. She was a total goofball, but, like, people didn't know that side to her. So even though she was in a building with people from her community that she's known forever, she didn't have any friends, so my mom just was like, smile at them. So there was a Pokino game that she called Pokini that would happen downstairs in the community room, and then she made friends. But I say all that to say, I'm seeing like your ancestors sitting at like a Pokini table with all their little girlfriends and being like, well, my child in the 3D, my grandchild, they handle these situations. Like, if people's ancestors and spiritual teams gather up once a week for their like bingo games and Pokino games, I'm seeing like everybody being like, oh, my grandchild, she's so amazing, but oh, she just keeps doing these stupid things over and over again. I keep trying to give her signs. I keep trying to show her that he's not the one for you, sweetie. Move on. But she won't listen to me. And then I see your team being like, well, you know how so-and-so is. It's okay. You know that they'll get through it. But my baby, they have just been killing the game. They have been doing this, and this, and this, etc., etc., etc. Except for how I'm feeling it is, instead of it being like, well, my grandson got into Princeton and Harvard, you know, that annoying type thing. It's the kind of thing where the other guys are like, good, can you lead her in the direction of my people so they could start to learn how to do things? But not in like, you know, that like if only my little Timmy knew how to get into Princeton. It was just more like a, oh, thank goodness that, you know, your baby knows how to do that, because that just means that there's more examples for our babies out there to understand that you can have these things, especially because you are fully somebody who, you have a balance to you. You've had dark things happen to you. I want to say that very specifically. You've had dark things happen to you, but your spirit is not dampened in the slightest. You just do it. And very specifically, what I'm feeling is that your spiritual team wants you to know, keep doing that, because it's what's leading you to where you need to be. This ability to just dive forward and still love and still care and still have this is what is going to get you so far in life. And they are just so exceptionally happy and so proud of you. And they're like, you. Oh, hold on. There's, how I'm hearing it is very specifically from this song, Valentine by Fiona Apple, which has no relation to this reading at all. But at the end, she just sings like, you. And I'm hearing it like that at the end. So you're like Maya Angelou's Phenomenal Woman to them. Like, you just, regardless of gender, they're just like, oh, yes. Like, they feel like they won the genetic lottery, the spiritual lottery. But honestly, like, that's just, you know, it just, they feel like they want to kind of humble brag, because they're like, yeah, it's the culmination of all of our experiences that allowed for our genetics to be able to have someone like this come forward. But they try not to think of it like that, because they like to have humbleness and humility, but they're still proud because they also understand how important of a role that you play going forward, because this healing and this awesomeness that you carry and that you possess isn't just for you. Like I said at that old Pokino table, you know, you're helping other people's people go far and go forward just by your energy, your light, your brightness, your awesomeness. You really got it going. And honestly, because you have a very different type vibe than the other ones, let's see, I don't know if I want to pull the same cards. No, I will. Okay, we're going to pull some of these cards here to see what other message that they want to say to you. What does pile 3's spiritual guides want to say to pile 3? Oh, hey, my battery's dying, so I might have to stop this at some point, which is crazy because my other batteries aren't charged yet, and they usually charge really quickly. Okay. Pile 3. What does their guides want to say to them? Ooh. What else does pile 3's guides want to say to pile 3? We're going to give you 3 more shuffles as per the usual. So we will start now. 3. 2. And 1. Oi, can you hear that bass? Can you hear that? That's horrible. It's like blasting my eardrums out. When my brother was a baby, he literally could deal with a house party going on in the house, but if bass like that was playing even around the corner, he'd wake up screaming. I literally hate my neighbors. That's a lie. I don't hate anybody. I literally get very annoyed at times with my neighbors, but because believing in a mindset of having faith and manifestation, I try to just think of it as the local nature, the local nature sounds. Like all the sirens outside of my house every day. That's just the local nature sounds. I don't even live in a big city. It gets ridiculous. I always end up living across the street. Even in the nicest neighborhood, like I've lived in some really nice neighborhoods in this freaking town, and even then, you know, there'll still be a police shootout across the street, so I gotta leave. Alright, let me get a drink of some coffee. Because that's what I need to be more hyped up. Okay. Your guides, they love your ability to surrender to the situation. They love that you know how to pay attention to something that's more higher to yourself, and to sometimes let go of your own ego and understand and trust and believe in the situations that are coming forward for you. They love that. You are someone who brings great happiness to the lives of the people that you touch, you including your own. You definitely know how to stand into your own power of that. You know how to pull forth your happiness even in the times when it doesn't always feel like it. And yeah, sometimes, you know, you get a little bit anxious, and especially living in a world where there is a lot of cynical energy and a lot of cynical people. That happiness that you have can sometimes bring a little bit of anxiety, because there is sometimes an unsureness if there's something like wrong with you, like not in a bad way, but you're just like, listen, I don't know what it is. But you always end up with successes, and that reminds you that no, I am amazing. How I am is perfect. I know what I'm doing, and I know how to be a good person, and that joy and love, life, and laughter that I have in my life brings success going forward with what you want. You manifest from a place of happiness, and that's what always brings you this joy and peace. However, sometimes there are times where your pain is highlighted within you, because sometimes you do push it to the side a little bit. I feel like you definitely always come back and you handle stuff, but you do sometimes feel a little bit of pain, because again, being in a world where things aren't necessarily, it's very cynical in a lot of different ways. You look at the news and there's nothing but like, where's the happy news? And sometimes seeing things like that brings you a lot of pain. But you understand that there is a lot of rebirth that's going on, and that things need to change, and that these cycles are also natural, and they are a part of life, and that is what keeps us happy, healthy, and whole in the long run. You know how to find that balance. You know how to find the balance between your happiness and your sadness, between your joy and your dark sides, and knowing that balance and understanding that balance, that's what keeps you in a more happy energy on a more long-term level, and that's what keeps you so fulfilled all the time, is because you are a balanced individual. You've been through hell and you've gone through it. As Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. You do sometimes find a little bit of caution when you're going through life, because again, you don't always want to rub people the wrong way. You want to make sure that you aren't someone who is a proponent of toxic positivity. You want to make sure that, you know, like if somebody's literally bleeding on the side of the road, you're not just like, well, just wish it better. You know, you do try to caution, and that's where the balance comes in, where you try to find your balance in a proper way so you're not going through this. You trust the process. You often trust the process. You know how to live in this world. You know how to be in this world but not of it, is what was really coming through. You trust yourself, you trust your intuition, and you trust your guides to get you through it. However, I do feel that sometimes you do have a sadness within you, because that's just part of the balance that you have, and it is okay for you to bring that forward at times. However, it is beautiful because you don't like to fully sit in it, and I feel like you recognize yourself as someone who does have sadness. So I think that first part of the reading confused you a little bit, but not fully, but just a little bit, because all of the joy that comes through, but you just know how to balance that, and you need to stop worrying about like whether you're too kind or too good or too this or too that for other people, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even if you being happy makes somebody else angry, that's a them problem to me. So it just, don't worry, because you will plant the seed, so when things come through, it'll be understood later why that had to happen. Rejection, people do sometimes reject you because they'd have a hard time understanding who you are as a person, and I do feel like at times that does also make you angry and also does make you sad. It makes you stop, look, and listen, but you're not really too concerned with it either, because you understand that that is just somebody whose vibes don't match yours, and that if they feel that way, then maybe they're not somebody who needs to be in your life, and that can be hard, that can be difficult. But as the bottom of the deck here was saying, hold on, I gotta scroll through these. Love, you understand how to look at things through the light of love, and you understand how to look at things through the lens of love, and you have so much faith in other people and in yourself and where things are going and this, that, and the third. So you're not too concerned or too upset about how that goes. But it can get difficult at times feeling rejected because you just have a different vibe than other people. In fact, the energy here is reminding me a lot of one of my best friends. We've been friends for 16 years now. Even when we became friends, I was like, oh, this girl's too happy. But she does have other sides to her, for sure. She's a Scorpio. It just is a natural for her to have multiple sides to her, or as it is for any human, because she's a human. Hold on. So what I was saying there is that I do feel like there are times when that can be a problem, and that does bring you a little bit of sadness, but I also love that you're not somebody who lets it affect your life as an overall whole. You just keep it pushing, essentially. All right, let me see. What else does pile 3 spirit guides want to say to pile 3? Oh. Anything else? Alright, I am about to, well, after I finish shuffling, I'm going to stop this because my battery is at flashing red. Alright, what else? What else? Pile 3s. I feel like there's not much more in here. We'll go through more shuffles. Oh. Okay. Here's where the 3 starts. 3. 2. And 1. Alright, let me pause this. Alright, let's zoom in. For this, what I'm hearing is no, there's nothing wrong with you, because I feel like at times you do sometimes question, is there something wrong with you for the way that you are in comparison to other people? So no, there is nothing wrong with you. You can treat yourself well too, so like just in the sense of you would never ask that of someone else, so don't ask that of yourself either. You are fantastic, and yes, you can be the person that you are and be completely amazing. There's literally nothing wrong with you, because what you do is what you inspire others to be better for themselves. Like a lot of people, you know, might inspire someone to be better for that person, but no, you inspire people to be better for themselves, for themselves, because they understand that, wow, this person, they do it for themselves. They just want to be a good person because they want to be a good person, not for any altruistic reasonings. So you inspire other people to be like this as well. And they think that is so amazing of you. Your guides, they think you're amazing. I think we've more than covered that they are super awestruck from you. And whenever you're questioning anything, just understand that everything has a purpose. Your light, your love, your shine, you have a purpose. You are fantastic. And don't worry, because you're going to start seeing other people having the same kind of energy as you do. You're going to start seeing more love, light, and joy and happiness in this world that we live in. It's not just going to be you. Things are going to be looking up. You're not going to feel like such an outcast. But are you ready for that? Like, I think it's going to be something that's going to have your like, how I'm feeling is like your cheeks are going to be sore, because you're coming into a space and you're going to be surrounded by more people who have that kind of energy, and it's going to be different. And I think that's going to be a little bit scary in a certain sense, not fully, but just a little bit. But it's time for you to just keep trusting even more. And you do trust, and your guides just are glad that you trust them, and they trust you to keep going, and just trust that everything's working. Keep it simple. You don't have to stress about anything. Life is going to be working in your favor. It's going to be working in the favor of the all. And I believe in you. Do you? I think you do believe in yourself, but this is just a reminder that it's okay to keep believing in yourself, believe in your spirit, believe in the person that you are always, because I feel like you've been ridiculed at times for being this person that you are. There's no way anybody could be that happy. This person's a fake. This person's a phony. Hashtag triggered. But don't worry, because I believe in you. That you are authentic. You don't have to doubt yourself, because love is really all you need at the end of the day. And you are full of it. You are abundant with love. You are abundant with truth. You are abundant with awesomeness. And the bottom of the deck literally says, I admire your confidence. So just keep standing in how confidently amazing and awesome you are, and how true you are, and how much you just have this love and light for others. And we're just going to pull some cards from the Universe Has Your Back deck to see what else. Wow, that didn't do anything at all. It started to. Okay. Oh wow, this battery is dying. Like, did the battery not charge? It's been charging for, whatever. Okay, what else does pile 3's spiritual team want to say to pile 3? All right, we're going to give 3 more shuffles at this point, because it doesn't feel like there's too much left in here. So 3. Oh, yes. 2. And 1. One. Oh, these 2 go here, and then what we're gonna do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and zoom back in. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So this is definitely speaking back to the fact that, you know, you are this person. You are, it's really truly who you are. There's nothing within you personally that is fake or inauthentic. You truly are just somebody who you believe in yourself, you believe in the process, you believe that love conquers all, you believe that to have what you want, you have to believe that you could have it, and you believe in that. The universe has your back. I don't think this is something that you're at all shy to, but it's just a reminder that you got this. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and faith into love, fear into love. Yeah, I fully see you as someone who has a full, you know how to grok this very well. You have a full understanding, but this is just a reminder for you that you, again, you do this. When I am connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe, which is why I believe that you have had so much support. Your spiritual team, they're mad hype to be with you, because you are always in a place of being connected to this. And even when things aren't going right, you still try to stay connected to this. And that's what then pulls things back into balance. And the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. That's just a good reminder. I mean, it's not that you don't already know this. I think you might have intuitively been doing this your whole life. Maybe you've never been told that this is what you are doing, but this is how you've always been able to pull yourself back, is because you try to stay realigned, you stay aligned. And the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment. Oh, and surrender the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work. So what is it that you're trying to work on right now? Think about that, and just remember that this is the key that you've been working within, even if you've been working within it without the wording to fully articulate that that's what you've been doing. That's what you've been doing. So if there's ever any time things are, I've said this so many times today, that things are going left, what can you do to make it right? So just keep that peace, keep that love, keep that happiness, and just don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Not that you ever do, but just like any times that you come into a space where you start to slip, just remember that embrace your peace within, and then you will get what you want, because happiness is your birthright. And that's something that I feel like you so intuitively know. That is something you grok on the highest level of levels. And this is just a reminder that it is your birthright. It's everybody's birthright. And that is something that is fantastic and amazing. And just, that's it. Like, it's fantastic, it's amazing. And you get that so much. And I think some of the reason why you fall into sadness sometimes is because you recognize that other people don't understand that. And sometimes they project upon you. But it is your birthright. It is everybody's birthright. And in being the person that you are, you're helping lead the way for other people to realize that this is also their birthright, which is leading to a happier world in general. You infect those around you to just be happy, to be kind, to be loving, and to drop the ego is what I really felt just now. So that's what I have there. All right. Pile 3, you are amazing. I love you so much. That is all I have for you here today. I hope that helped. I loved being in your joyful energy, being with your guides, with my guides. I don't really have any additional advice for you, because I think you've got this more than a lot of people got this, and I think that that is a beautiful thing. So I am so proud of you, Pile 3. I almost said Pile 2. I'm so proud of you, Pile 3. I love and appreciate you. I've loved having you here with me today. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a like. Comment down below if it resonated with you. If you have any ideas for any videos, anything like that. Remember, we are doing a little bit of a giveaway here on the channel, so if you are interested in that, there's a video on my channel. I'll link it in the cards above, but you could also skip back to the beginning of the video to hear about that before the Pile 1 started. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on that bell notification, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me here today. I've truly loved being in your energy. It was beautiful. It was your guides. They're like your #1 hype people for sure. So just keep up the good work, you know. And remember that Pokini table is bragging about you right now, my Pile 3s. And I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.